What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, man. That's Carlton from First Prince of Bel-Air 2022, right? And I'm using this picture to be the privileged failure. Back in the day in the manosphere, there was this talk about, brothers, blaming baby boomers for their F-ups. I was one of them. And then, for blowing the inheritance. And then I was like, then at some point recently, I came to the thought pattern that, I'm in Gen X. Now, what do we have to give to the millennials and zillennials and all that? And then I did a video recently and I was like, wait a minute. They live a better life than we do. And then it started and I was like, these kids are suburban. We weren't suburban. You know what I'm saying? We dealt with poverty. They didn't, for the most part. And then I thought about it, and I was like, can millennials and zillennials and on have the same argument that we had about boomers? And I'm not trying to let us Gen Xers off the hook. I'm not. But what I'm saying is, people are privileged failures now. You came up in better neighborhoods, with better schools, with better books, with better opportunity to go to college, on scholarship or not, to get better opportunities in the military that don't have you, holding a rifle getting shot at, trades. And could you just walk into a black-owned company like that? Not en masse, no. But if you want to, jump in a small company, you can. But here's the thing. A lot of the kids now, or the young adults now, they're failures. It has to be ideal. It has to be perfect. It has to be plug and play into the system. Like, I could just sit here and just get on the computer and just do nothing and make $100,000 a year. And if you didn't do that for me, you did nothing. And it's like, you're basically a generation of participation trophy entitled adults now and young adults. So you just want the max for being there. And we can't say that. You get what I'm saying? I could even go as far to say as we're probably, in the long run, more fiscally responsible than the generation prior to us, but not like, we're probably more fiscally responsible than my parents' generation, but not my grandparents' generation, because they actually, they did it. They did it. So the kids, I'm like, you got kids growing up in the suburbs, mad at the world that they didn't get enough. It's like, what? You got kids who went to college and dropped out just because they didn't feel like it. And now they're upset that they don't have enough. You got kids that went to the military and just basically got kicked out because I just wasn't feeling it. And now they're upset. So like, no, you're a failure. You're a privileged little spoiled failure. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got people who are out here believing that, I could F up for 5 years straight and then get on the internet and make a few videos and I'm viral, I'm turning my life around. No, you're stupid. Because nobody did anything for me and I had to do all the hard work. You got people who've never actually sweat a day in their life talking about they did hard work. They never actually broke a sweat from working or working out. Talking about, oh, what I have to deal with mentally. Oh, the horror. Yeah, I have anxiety. Oh, I'm depressed. because of all the things that I think I'm going to have to do. I overthink things. Like, you're a privileged failure. That's what you are. There's no getting around it. So, you got a generation of people who don't want to compete. Not in their own neighborhood, not in their own city, not in their own state, not in the nation, and certainly not globally. And the reason why I use The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is because thinking about shows like The Fresh Prince and The Cosby Show, and most shows that have a middle or upper class black family, or most middle or upper class black families, I hate to break the news to you, the vast majority of those families, the kids don't do better than the parents. They don't. They turn into Jody from Baby Boy. In one way or another. That's what we call the boomerang generation. I went to college because I don't want to be here. I'm grown, and then come right back. I said, I don't know what to do. I don't know. So, sorry. If I could have the same, I can have the same argument as far as you don't have, corporations to run to, but you don't have the work ethic to work there if they existed. So, just privileged failures. A lot. Too many of them like that. So, tell me what you think. If I'm right or wrong. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch you on the next one. Peace.